The Indian Premier League riddle, Black Caps stars struggle to make it big while Australia, England plunder. The Indian Premier League riddle, Black Caps stars struggle to make it big while Australia, England plunder. Opinion: one of the final acts of a marathon Indian Premier League auction summed it up from a New Zealand perspective. Chris Gayle and Martin Guptill had both returned in the second chance auction and failed to attract a bid. Some franchises had filled their 25-man rosters under the $17 million New Zealand dollars salary cap, others got one final chance to request unsold players. Gayle's name was read out a third time and Preity Zinta, the Bollywood star and Kings 11 Punjab owner, excitedly raised her team's paddle to secure the 38-year-old world boss for his reserve of $428,000. Guptill, one of New Zealand's best limited overs batsmen who played for Kings 11 the previous year, was next up for a $160,000 reserve, and there was silence. 7 of the 24 New Zealand cricketers at the auction secured IPL deals, fewer than expected. They ranged from first-timer Mitchell Santner, $107,000 to coach Stephen Fleming's Chennai Super Kings, to Brendan McCullum, $770,000 to coach Daniel Vetteris Royal Challengers Bangalore. The Kiwi connection also helped Tim Southee, who got Vetteris bid for his reserve of $214,000 at the second chance auction. The fact McCullum, nearly 2 years out of international cricket, was the highest priced New Zealander confirmed two things: big-name stars and Australian form, either Big Bash or internationals, talks loudest in the auction room. The Black Caps boast minimal global box office talent, even if they did combine effectively for 13 straight home wins. Only 3 New Zealanders, McCullum, Ross Taylor and Trent Boult, topped $1 million at auction in the 10 years of the IPL. Boult got $107 million from Kolkata Knight Riders a year ago and is bowling better this year, but got less than half that, $470,000 from Delhi Daredevils in a much deeper auction. His Australian left-arm rival Mitchell Starc was a $2 million man to Kolkata. A grand total of 13 overseas players secured over $1 million, including 7 Australians and Afghani leg spin sensation Rashid Khan, who snared $1.9 million from Sunrisers Hyderabad. The Tom Moody coach Sunrisers also nabbed Williamson for $641,000, a good deal for the skipper who's not a renowned T20 player, especially when England captains Joe Root and Owen Morgan were among those to miss out altogether. New Zealand all-rounders Colin Munro and Colin de Granholm, both recent match winners for their country with blistering hitting displays, were good test cases of the Black Caps standing in the market. Munro went on as top-ranked T20 international batsman and was sold for $406,000 to the Ricky Ponting coach Delhi Daredevils. Compared with other power-hitting openers like McCullum, Chris Lynn, $205 million, Aaron Finch, $1.32 million, and Big Bash star Darcy Short, $855,000, it looked very skinny. The fact Munro scored a T20 international century in Rajkot last November should have counted, but perhaps concerns over his consistency remain. De Granholm would have been happy with $470,000 from Vetteris RCB. But compare that to the England all-rounders he'll face in coming weeks: Sale topper Ben Stokes, $2.67 million to Rajasthan Royals, and Chris Wokes, $1.58 million to RCB. Both have more punch with the ball, but Grantham still looks shortchanged. Let's not forget Glenn Maxwell, the Aussie spinning all-rounder who was again the big show at $1.92 million to Delhi. There were New Zealand hard luck stories, with Mitchell McClenaghan top of the list. He was one of 4 New Zealand quicks, Adam Milne, Lockie Ferguson and Matt Henry the others, surprisingly snubbed after playing IPL last year. In 3 seasons for Mumbai, McClenaghan snared 54 wickets, averaged 24.6 and economy rate 8.6, and guided them to a title. He handed in his NZ cricket contract last year to chase T20 leagues. The South African competition fell over, then he was expensive in some recent Big Bash spells. Remarkably, he didn't attract a bid, while Mumbai went for young Bangladeshi left-armer Mustafizur Rahman. Ferguson and Milne both warranted deals in that rare 150 kmh air but were overlooked. Ish Sodhi also found being ranked no. 1 in T20 international cricket, no direct ticket to the IPL. The leg spinner excelled in the World T20 in India in 2016, too, but in a group alongside Rashid Khan, Imran Tahir and some gun Indian tweakers he was unsold. As were two Gulegis, Samuel Badri and Adam Zampa. Guptill could feel unlucky, too, although a stigma against spin and recent struggles to generate a strike rate won't have helped. Gale, meanwhile, who scored 38 runs in 4 innings in New Zealand, is counting his money once again.